More to come. That's the title of this technical analysis of the stock market video. I believe there is more selling to come to the downside. I think that we're at a minimum at a small intermediate top in here. It could be more significant than that. We're going to take a look at the S&P 500, look at the percent of stocks above their 50-day moving average in the S&P. I look at that every day with my members. We're going to check in on TLT, look at the 10-year yield and the 30-year bond yield, and check in on gold, which has been doing very well. All right, so here's what happened with the S&P on Friday, down 35.48, 2 days in a row. And you can see we tried to turn on Thursday. This is an hourly view, 65-minute charts, what I use. We tried to rally back up here on Thursday, and then we just crashed right back down through that low in the first hour on Friday. And then look, potential reversal candle, second hour, that could not hold. We went through the lows on that late in the afternoon. So if we look at the weekly chart over here and see what does this look like, down 42.41 for the week, a potential little reversal candle in here. It looks very similar to what we got back here on the week of, what was this? The week of January 19th, okay, when we had that 2-week sell-off. So, you know, we're getting the the divergence occurring on the RSI, both on the weekly and on the daily view. And we're getting it, it's not, you know, we're getting divergence showing up on DI plus on the weekly also. But, you know, I've been talking about it on the daily. I mean, we got it here, and then we got a nice little correction, although it was very short, fairly shallow. We're getting it again, pretty dramatic in here. And the same thing with DI plus. The green line is not confirming any kind of push to the upside, okay? So my Elliott Wave picture continues to be this picture. I've had this for a while now. I'm expecting a flat, given the way we pushed higher in here. I think we've got a flat. I think we have a three wave, and I'm expecting a 5-wave pull down here. It's a real question of how deep is this going to go. It doesn't have to just stop right here at this channel. We'll see. Again, I'm expecting 5 waves to the downside. If it's truly impulsive, if it's truly an impulsive wave, trying to complete this third minor wave, okay, that's what we're doing. Let me zoom back out, give you a little bit bigger picture. Okay, here's what I'm looking at. Okay, so here's that 5-wave move to the upside. I don't think the third minor wave is done yet, but I don't believe this fourth corrective wave is done yet based on the price action that we've had so far. So if this is truly impulsive, as I started to say earlier, this should not overlap intermediate wave 1. Well, where's intermediate wave 1? It's all the way down here at 30.28. So we got a lot of room for the bears to play with for quite a while. We'll see how strong that plays out. All right, let's take a look at that percent of stocks above their 50-day moving average. Okay, here's that indicator, and you can see I've been calling for this. We've been showing this divergence showing up. This has not been confirming the push to a higher high here on the S&P 500, okay? And on Friday, it closed at 55.8%. Big drop to the downside in here. I think this is going to continue to sell off. You can see how weak we got just with that little push that happened in the latter half of January. I think we're probably going to exceed that peak. I wouldn't be surprised to see us be down here into this zone. I've got like a zone down here between 20 and 30%, just like the zone that we were in up here, 70 to 80%. Okay, so that's that indicator. We look at that every day. Let's take a look at TLT. TLT has been in a skyrocketing move in here. It's been doing what I've been looking for. We've been calling for this to be a wave 3. And it's been acting like it. I think we're in the 5th minor wave of that wave 3, but it's sure going nice and vertical. And as a result, we've got the 10-year yield going in the opposite direction. This is what I want to show. I want to show the daily view. Okay, so early last week or at the end of last week, I saw this consolidation that was occurring. It looks like a pennant or just a little small symmetrical triangle. When we broke down out of that, okay, I showed my members a parallel line to the this line right here, and made a projection that if this is truly going to break down, this is where it's going to go. It's exactly what it's playing out to. The low on the 10-year yield was 1.44% on Friday, okay? The low on the 30-year yield was even lower down here in terms of lower for, let me give you a better picture in terms of, let me go to a monthly view, okay? So here's what it looks like. This is all the data I have back into the 70s on the 30-year Treasury bond yield. That is the low that we hit on Friday. A new all-time low, okay? 1.886%. Pretty dramatic move going on in here in these markets, in these bond markets. All right, let's take a look at gold. Gold has been acting just like TLT has been acting. It was up huge. GLD was up $2.29 on Friday, and it continues to push higher. My target in here, let me go to the weekly view. My target in here on gold is up around 160, 161 in that area. I mean, we could hit that in a day or two. I mean, you just don't know how quickly this thing can move. There's a lot of fear that's starting to kick in the marketplace and around the globe right now. I mean, oh my gosh, some of the stories I'm reading on Bloomberg and other places of what's happening because of this virus. There is definitely a lot of fear that's starting to grip people. I just read an article where Austria is shutting down trains coming from Italy. And Israel stopping flights coming out of Seoul, South Korea. So, I mean, it's just increasing right now. A lot of fear that's going on in the marketplace. All right, so right now I'm expecting this to go higher, and I'm looking for 160, 161 at a minimum on GLD. We'll see what happens and see how far this goes. All right, that's the picture on gold. Let me go back to this daily view. Let me go back to the S&P. Here's the SPX. And I am going to pull in and show you what's happening with the futures right now because it's almost 5:15 Central Time on a Sunday evening. Okay, let me pull in the futures and show you what is going on right now. Okay, so the S&P futures are down 45 points. It's been 15 minutes of trading. I know it's early, but we'll see what happens. The Dow futures were down almost 400 points. They're down minus 365 right now. And you can see the low is right in here at 3289.5 on the S&P futures. So there is some, very intensive selling occurring, starting with the futures trading Sunday evening. We'll see what happens tomorrow. All right, everyone. I hope if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And if you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button. And if you'd like to have more of this kind of information on a regular basis, head over to joehenches.net and check out the website and the membership.